Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. The Heavenly Heat Trans facing off against the Crazy Crooked Owls, kicking off round number 11. Poliwhirl is on the Crazy Crooked Owls, starting off with the Happy Hour. The Crooked Owls celebrating first turn of the match, saying we're going to win. There goes the double team coming from the nose pass on the Heat Trans. Heat Trans, of course, 4-6 losing record so far. Crooked Owls just lost their last match. They're 5-5, and Poliwhirl goes for a stomp. Not very effective, but does get the nose pass to flinch, giving them an extra turn to attack. There goes Poliwhirl once again, this time the Frost Breath, which will crit. Barely does any damage though, as nose pass now goes on the offensive. Double kick will hit twice, barely doing any damage to the Poliwhirl. Here we go again as Poliwhirl will pull up its Metronome with a Muddy Water. That's a stab move and super effective against the nose pass. Nose pass goes down. First Pokemon to faint is on the Heat Trans. Heat Trans will swap to their Bellsprout. Bellsprout does have a type advantage going up against the Poliwhirl. We can see if they make use of it, as Poliwhirl still goes first. This time a U-turn is a crit, so it will swap itself out after doing almost half of Bellsprout's health and damage. And the Crooked Owls will send out their Varoom now. Bellsprout gonna go. This time it goes for a Spatial Rend. That does a little bit of damage, but it is resisted by the Varoom. And Varoom will go for a Giga Impact. Oh my goodness, Bellsprout is done, and that is two Pokemon fainted on the Heat Trans. Very quickly, that celebration that the Crooked Owls have given in the beginning, how appropriate it seems now, but the Heat Trans still have their Politoed left, and we'll see if Politoed can help them as they terrestrialize it. So it's going to go from a water type to a fairy type right here. So fairy type Politoed going up against the Varoom. Maybe not a good idea, as Varoom does have a typing advantage here, but Politoed will go for a Mega Punch. Not very effective, chipping away at the Varoom's health. It does have to recharge, so Politoed has to go again, or gets to go again, as it goes for a Sacred Sword. That hits hard. Varoom almost in the yellow, or excuse me, almost in the red, I should say, as it goes for a super effective Revelation Dance, by the way. I believe that was a Steel type Revelation Dance, and Politoed takes a hit. There goes the Politoed now with the Crab Hammer in the rain, by the way, and Varoom goes down. So Varoom does faint, but the Poliwhirl is still alive. So Poliwhirl facing off its evolution here in the Politoed. Poliwhirl will go first, this time in Aurora Beam. This Politoed, all right, we'll go for its move. A Milk Drink. Politoed was almost at half its health, so that Milk Drink definitely helped it out. It's back in full HP, and Poliwhirl may have a hard time doing a bit of damage. Oh, it's going to heal itself. Now, it didn't have that much damage done to it, so that was a bit of a waste for the Crooked Owls. And Politoed going to go for a Struggle Bug. Struggle Bug does hit for a bit of damage, lowering Poliwhirl's special attack as well, and the rain finally stops. So Poliwhirl will make its move. It's a Flying Press. Not very effective, thanks to the terrestrialization. And there goes the Politoed now with a Grassy Glide is super effective. Poliwhirl does take it. It's still alive, but in the red. Here comes the Poliwhirl now with attack. That's not what you want to see. A Tackle barely does any damage, and Politoed will use an Astonish, and Poliwhirl still holds on. That could have knocked it out, but just wasn't strong enough. Poliwhirl once again, this time with the Dragon Rush. Ooh, it doesn't affect the Politoed because it terrestrialized to a fairy type. So it gets to go for the Fire Blast, and not very effective, but enough to take out that Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl will faint, and it is about even now. The Crooked Owls are down to their last Pokemon as well. Politoed did a good job helping the Heat Trans crawl back into this battle. Oinclone on the field for the Crooked Owls, and they will terrestrialize it. And Oinclone gonna go to a Dragon type. Ooh, not the best typing. They didn't want to see that one, as Politoed has the advantage here. It will go first. It goes for an Incinerate. Ooh, that does not do a lot of damage, as it's resisted now by the Oinclone. And Oinclone goes for a Disable for its first move. Very interesting, as now Polito will have to struggle, and that could just win the Crocodiles the match. There goes the first struggle. Not doing a whole lot of damage, but that recoil is a problem. Overheat from the Oinklown does a bit, and Politoed's in the yellow. Yeah, 2 more struggles, and Politoed is done. Politoed will, of course, have to struggle again unless it's disabled no more, but it seems like it's still disabled. There goes the Oinklown with the growl, lowering the attack, and that's a good move because, of course, the attack will stop the struggle from doing much damage at all, and the Politoed will knock itself out. That is a good win by the Crocodiles, redeeming themselves after their last loss, so now they are 6-5, and of course, the Heatrans, they are 4-7. If you enjoyed that match, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the Metronome Madness League for more battles, and I will see you in the next one.